be continued. I doubt you could hear that. Veteran out on the bog, which is empty of water. There's no mistaking that sound. Wow. I might sort of miss that sound. Thanks a lot, doggy. I was almost set up with the camera ready. Oh, look at the water level. Huh. Should have had her sit and stay. I forgot. No! Oh, come. Sit. Stay. Well, any wildlife that's down here now is long gone. Sit. Stay. Yeah, there they go. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. No. Yeah, what's that? Thumper dog. We've had 9 1/100ths of an inch of rain so far. I got that from the rain gauge. But we're gonna go down to South Pool and see if there's any change in that water level. Sit. Stay. Stay. No! No! Damn it. Come! God damn it. I shouldn't have looked back at her. Come. Sit. Stay. Okay. The sound of pitter-pattering of rain. Oh. It's a sublime sound. I finally have had confirmed the probable existence of a parallel universe.
He noticed something breathtakingly revolutionary about it. He later said his equation knew more than he did. In essence, Dirac's equation was telling him that there's another universe we've never noticed before. Dirac's theory seemed to say that for everything in our known world, for every part of an atom, every particle, there can exist a corresponding antiparticle, with the same mass, but exactly opposites in every other way. And just like a world in a mirror, a universe made of antimatter atoms would look and work just like ours. It would be perfectly possible for me to be made entirely out of antimatter. Anti-me would look and behave exactly the same as original me. And indeed it's possible that out there in the vast expanses of the cosmos, there are stars and planets and even living beings made out of antimatter.
Which confirms for me, finally, affirms for me what I have begun to believe through logic and reasoning that there has to be something like that, an alternate universe. Oh, it's raining. Wonderful. I've done an internet search on deja vu. What is it? What does it mean? I did that search at least a year ago. Of course, I came up with nothing that approached the reality world of physics. Answers I got were the brain is doing this and it's doing that, and the amygdala, whatever. I'm just making those words. Well, amygdala is a real thing, but it was all brain chemistry based. And I don't think that will have anything to do with an alternate universe. We're going to get back to the house. Not before we get on to Otter Pond. See if Insley can scare up a family of ducks and geese and trumpeter swans and raccoons and porcupines and foxes. Maybe a couple bear. This rain really has my heart singing. Ooh. Ooh. Another 6/100ths of an inch in a half an hour. Just take your time, but hurry up. Come on. Let's go down to the impoundment. See if there's water in there. Well, there was yesterday. I want to see if it's higher. We're also going to go down to the south pool, but I got to come back out here and go around. I'm not going to try to walk through the dead grasses. One of the tasks that's not on my list is to bring the nippers down here and nip and tuck. Look at the water. That's encouraging. It's pretty hard to imagine. 2 years ago, this was full. And we were up there watching. A couple of geese came flying in and settled in, began honking right away at us. They hadn't seen us, apparently, when they decided to come in for a landing. And then they did see. It was Suki and me. Honk, 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 honk. I'll put a clip of it here. What a difference from then till now. All right, keep on, keeping on. I've got water filters, a whole house water filters in the basement. Need to be changed about every 2 months. And you know it's time when you turn on a kitchen faucet, for instance, and you run it for 10 seconds and the pressure begins to drop. I didn't understand that phenomenon until I asked a friend about it. He said, "Do you have whole house filters?" I said, "Yeah." They need changing. But the real annoyance with changing them is the canisters. They're about 3.5 to 4 inches in diameter. And you got a wrench, plastic, with notches on the inside. You put the wrench up around it. There are little notches in the canister. Put the wrench up on there and then turn it, loosen it, or tighten it. And I have fought with that for years, trying to get the damn things loose. I've even got a cheater, a length of PVC pipe, put on the handle to lengthen it so I can get better leverage. Well, even with just hand tightening, after 2 months they get locked on there. It takes superhuman effort. Needless to say, I avoid changing the filters. Do it tomorrow. Do it some other time. Well, this morning, okay, let's do it. I got the first one off with superhuman effort. Changed it, put it back on. Didn't leak. Okay, good. Number 2. It would not get loose. Broke the wrench. The loop, the round part, broke, so that it's worthless now. Oh man. I guess I'm gonna have to buy a new wrench. Can't be more than $6 or $8. But I'm not gonna run into town today, right now, to get one. I can wait until I go in some other time and get it. And I've got a pipe wrench somewhere in my possession. I had an idea, I knew where it was, but that thing isn't going to open up big enough to get around that canister. But just take a look at it, find it. All right, I found it, took it down the basement, opened it up as wide as it would go. It doesn't go big enough. But I did get one jaw against one of those ridges in the canister and the other one against another ridge. Oh, maybe this will work. Cranked on it, cranked on it, cranked on it. Boom, it came loose. Oh my God, okay. So I was able to get that one changed too. And I don't need to buy anything. I think the pipe wrench, being steel, I can use that every time now. And the second chore I've been putting off cutting my hair. It's just a pain in the neck. It's not hard, but it's very detailed. You gotta get every, and it's gone more than a month past time to do it. But I promised myself, once I get the filters changed, okay, then cut your hair. Just be a man. Do it. Be brave. Although I gotta put on my list, trim the path down to the impoundment. Quite effective, actually, when you make a list and you put things on it. They have a way of getting done at all. But ironically, I haven't even looked at the list since I made it 5 days ago. I've been changing my diet to whole foods. Had my glucose checked 2 weeks ago now. Oh, way off the chart. Not sure why. Well, glucose is sugar. Apparently I'm eating more sugar than I need to or should. My nurse wanted me to come back in and have a more detailed check of that situation, whether you're pre-diabetic or early diabetic. I haven't responded to her. It was at that point that I said, okay, you need to make some real solid changes. I haven't been eating unsensibly, but there are areas that, yes, I need to eliminate. I've done a lot of research online, documentaries on what is going wrong with our populations around the world, but especially developed countries like the UK and the United States and Canada. The obesity rate is skyrocketing. Why? What is happening? Well, the answer is ultra-processed food, and how it is about the only food that's accessible to those in poverty. They don't have access to grocery stores, and they can't afford to buy whole foods and prepare them. Many people in poverty do not, in their kitchens, if they even have a kitchen, don't have a stove. They don't have pots and pans. They don't have cutting boards. They don't have most of the tools needed to prepare food, that it needs to be chopped, cleaned, cooked. At best, they may have a microwave. All of this is a factor I had not even considered or known about. When they're hungry, they go down to the bodega, corner convenience mart, and buy ultra-processed food. It's all that's available to them in those retail outlets, and it's relatively affordable for them to buy a pack of potato chips. No fresh fruits or vegetables in those places. And one of the loudest things I heard about ultra-processed food, it's addictive. Not psychologically as much as physically. A big factor that I learned about is the microbiome, our gut bacteria, and the role of fiber in the diet. The fiber is what the microbiome feeds from. It's their energy source. And if we don't have the fiber, they're not building a rich, robust microbiome. A lot I've learned, and I feel terrific. I forgot to go down to Otter Pond. I want to see what the water level is there. Maybe it's time I put some sticks in like I did 2 years ago at the current water level. And as the summer goes on, they go further and further out toward the pond, which is lowering. I had a 0.54 in the rain gauge this morning. It came in the last 24 hours. A lot of it came overnight. And we got more rain coming into Monday. People complain about the cost of shopping at the co-op, and I've been one of them. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. And it occurred to me that I have to afford it because they are charging what it costs to eat real food. So a package of hot dogs at the regular grocery store, Oscar Mayer, whatever brand you want, is relatively cheap. But what is it? What's it made out of? Is it healthy? Is it whole? No, it's garbage. You can buy hot dogs at the co-op. They cost maybe double what Oscar Mayer wieners cost, but they're made with real whole foods and meats. So we've been paying for pseudo food, which is cheap, but really unhealthy. So I'm changing my mindset. I have to afford what I have to pay to eat real.